The disappointment for me is there's nothing in the sub 20k.
Yellow gold Le Mans Daytona.
Stop it.
Why?
That watch is a joke. Why would they do it? Oh my God.
I get it. I
love
get why
it.
you love it.
Oh.
Not my cup of tea. Someone in Rolex who gets like one decision a year.
He got to put his hands up. That's what I want.
Yeah.
So what does this mean, Bobby, then for the market? What do you think then is going to happen? Hi guys, and welcome to
Transfer deadline day. No.
9th of April 2024, and today is new release day. And I don't know about you, but honest to God, I couldn't even sleep last night. I was absolutely buzzing this morning. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I could not stop going through that website, looking at videos and what I could see on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. And we thought we'd try and give you our opinion and our thoughts and our feelings on today. What about you, Bobby?
So it's 11:45 on the 9th of April, and we are going to basically tell you everything that we know as it stands. Normally, more things will leak out throughout the rest of the day. Rolex have been known to hold a few things back.
Definitely.
And Patek have also been known to release things just as and when.
Should we start with the one that we just learnt about recently, this last half an hour, when we saw the most beautiful, most exquisite, best looking watch I've ever seen in my life?
Okay, yeah, but let's back up 5 minutes, because prior to that, I was so underwhelmed by Rolex.
It's true.
And then I saw this watch.
The dog's bollocks of a watch.
So I said to Lee I would give both legs for this watch that I'm about to tell you about. Not my arms, because I won't be able to wear it.
No.
Rolex have, in my opinion, won the new release day with the release of the off-catalogue yellow gold Le Mans Daytona.
Stop it. What a watch. Great watch. If you guys have seen it yet, if you haven't, Johnny will pop a picture up on the screen now. But what a watch. Unbelievable. The bezel, the dial, and the way those chronographs pop. The aesthetics of that watch is absolutely stunning, and it has something, I think, of a classic yet.
Paul Newman type.
Definitely. You know, it's up there, definitely.
Right now, if you said to me, one watch for the rest of your life, no other watches can come close, I'm done. That's me. I'm taking that and I'm running. By
contrast, if you look at the other Daytonas that they've released, the all diamond, like RBR, TBR, nice watch. Will anyone actually wear them? Will anyone actually go for them? I don't know. I don't think anyone's going to be paying 110, maybe in the grey market. Could they be fetching 200 grand for those watches?
So of the Daytonas that they've released, the TBRs, etc., the full rose,
Mother of Pearl,
they to me look like off-catalogue pieces.
Yeah. So why put them in?
Putting them into mainstream. I say mainstream, it's going to be hard to get them, but they're not off-catalogue. But they're commanding such high list price. So the full rose is £108,000.
I wonder why not putting them in off-catalogue. Like, why put them in the catalogue, allow people to be able to purchase them? Does that not take away from, like, for example, the Eye of the Tiger that's an off-catalogue piece?
Unless Rolex are going to come and drop some more. We've not seen a meteorite in this release.
No.
Maybe there's an off-catalogue meteorite coming.
Yeah, I don't know if they can do that anymore. Than I said, the rumour is that they can't do the meteorite anymore. The Daytonas, I think, for me, a little bit of a letdown, I think, because I mean, unless you like diamonds and unless you want to drop 100, 150 grand on a Daytona, then, you know, the Le Mans, absolutely brilliant, but the other ones, for me, not.
The Le Mans are in a different universe.
Also, Oyster Flex, 100 grand for an Oyster Flex watch, 150 grand for an Oyster Flex watch.
Yeah, I don't, there's something not quite right with that Daytona range for me.
For me, the biggest letdown of this entire release from Rolex, if to be disappointed, although there is an upswing, the disappointment for me is there's nothing in the sub 20k range. Like, they didn't bring any OPs, they didn't bring any Air Kings, they didn't bring any Milgausers, they didn't bring any GMTs except the one bright and black, which reminds me a little bit, obviously, of the old GMT. But boring, in my opinion. Boring. You know, they should have done the Sprite onto a right-hand drive. They could have done the Coke. That was a bit of a boring release from a below 20k mark, but you know.
So I disagree.
Okay.
So the new release GMT.
Yeah.
One of my favourite ever watches is the 11671 which was discontinued in 19.
Yeah.
I see this is paying homage to that. And
definitely.
The successor to that one.
But what's funny is, so this could be this watch, the GMTs are always better on a Jubilee, and they always sell more, the back girls sell more. No, this could be the one where the Oyster takes precedent and everyone wants the Oyster.
Well, my personal preference would be the Oyster, because I only like a Pepsi on Jubilee.
Yeah.
And there's another thing we need to talk about, the Pepsi.
Still
going to go, but it's still there. Now, again, as it stands, it is 10 to 11 now on Monday the 9th. If you go into the GMT range on the Rolex website,
you can't configure it.
And you click on configure, you can only choose between the new GR&R, the Sprite, and the Batman. The Pepsi isn't available. However, if you go into discover the range, the Pepsi's still there. So there's something not quite right.
And what does that mean for the price? Does that mean they're going to drop? Pepsi's are still here. Is all of a sudden now we're going to see all these people that are holding on to Pepsi's? I know I've had inquiries recently. What do you think is going to happen with the Pepsi? Shall I hold on? Shall I sell it? Shall I part exit? Same with people who've got the Sprite. It's not gone. It's not gone anywhere.
Past 3 or 4 months we've seen that Pepsi outperform anything.
Yeah, definitely.
Going up and up and up and up in price. Right now, if it doesn't get discontinued, you've got to expect, like anything else,
a little price drop. Yeah. We haven't talked about the Sky Dweller range. I've got a nice blue oyster on my wrist, which I think now is probably one of the worst ones, because now when you look at the rose, the yellow, all on full bracelet, full Jubilee.
What we've seen now is all the precious metal Sky Dwellers, aside from white gold, I believe. So we're now seeing the rhodium, the chocolate, the white and
black,
the blue dial.
And the grey rhodium, have
all now come out on a yellow gold Jubilee and a rose gold Jubilee.
What do you think of the rose blue Jubilee?
There's a lot going on now with that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that was I loved the last video, I loved that watch, but now...
Did it need it? I don't think it needed it.
I don't think it needed it. I think it's quite boring release from Rolex. Quite...
It's not imaginative.
No, that's the word.
Yeah, it's not imaginative, is it?
I can see the rose gold Jubilees doing really well in the secondary market. Yellow gold, I can see them bombing a little bit.
Yeah. They're 45 grand on the website, 43 grand, 45 grand on the website. Okay. Madness for a
now, you say 45 grand list price is madness. Another watch that's just been released by Rolex this morning for a 45 grand list price is a full 18 karat yellow gold blue dial Sea Dweller. Why?
That watch is a joke. Why would they do it? That is just... I mean, Jay, you buying that?
I said it's like a diver going to a disco.
Mate, it's a fucking...
The only place for that watch...
It's absolutely ridiculous.
The only place for that watch is the bottom.
Honestly. What we're going to pay for that watch? 24, 25 grand? That's what's going to end up being. It's going to end up being a 30k watch, because retail watch 30k, that's the best.
Rolex seem to have real connection to the Sea Dweller range. They keep doing more stuff with the Sea Dweller. Anyone who buys James Cameron thinks they've got a Holy Grail watch because it came out as a limited edition, but then they continue to produce it. Then they brought out the Challenger, the 50mm monstrosity.
The 50mm monstrosity. I've got 2 of them. Whoops.
And again, a watch that has no purpose. Rolex talk about their pieces being tools. I mean, you can't talk about a factory set rainbow being a tool. You're not going to go to the track to time that in the rainbow. No. But a Sea Dweller built for divers to go down. What diver is going to put... Imagine the weight of this thing.
That's why you need it to fucking sink.
There'll be no need for diver belts anymore. Just stick one of them on your wrist and you're going to sink to the bottom. 18 carat, 43mm, or what is it? 44mm, deep sea James Cameron. Is that James Cameron or is it just a deep sea? It's just a Sea Dweller. I think there's someone in Rolex who gets like 1 decision a year.
He got to put his hands up. That's what I want.
He had the 50mm. He obviously works in the Sea Dweller range, doesn't he?
Yeah. He doesn't want it to die.
Year. Now he's getting the full yellow gold. I don't get it.
I bet you everyone, when he walks in the room, everyone's like, not him again.
Now, the other disappointment for me in the new releases, I say disappointment, day date, a rose day that like you asked for with the blue dial.
Stunning.
But only in a 36.
Yeah. How about, if we're going to talk about day dates now, let's talk about the absolute nuts of a rose mother of pearl.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I get it. I get why you love it.
Oh.
Not my cup of tea, but it's just...
All those lads who've got rose olives, you know what they're going to be doing? Can you get us the rose mother of pearl? Yeah. I'll chuck this in. And we're going to be saying to them, unfortunately, we're going to be saying to them, because the olive's not discontinued anymore, it's probably now going to be hitting back down to 35 grand, which is a shame, because the market doesn't deserve for that watch to be going down. It does deserve to be going up. It's still a brilliant watch. But there is, the rose day dates, there are a few. There's not just the mother of pearl.
So a couple of weeks ago, we saw them bring out the smoke grey.
Which is lovely.
They brought out, was it the night of the Academy Awards?
Yeah.
And everyone thought, okay, new day, there goes the rose.
There was also the white, gold and platinum blue, which we've seen before on a 36mm. It was actually quite a popular watch, but it nosedived in the grey market. It's definitely going to do a lot better as a 40mm. I can definitely see a lot more people having an interest in that.
Especially on, I just don't understand why you bring out a white gold and a platinum at the same time.
I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. There hasn't been much in the way of discontinuation.
The only thing we know of, as it stands, having gone through the website, is the Yacht-Master 2 range doesn't appear to be there anymore.
So there's the Yacht-Master 2, which is a great watch. The yellow and the bimetal rose and the steel, all gone. We always kind of knew that they were going to go, but they're all gone.
And the only other thing I can see is, in both Datejust 36 and Datejust 41, There is no
Palm
or motif dials in green or the blue anymore, from what I can see.
I mean, the only other thing really to mention, I kind of like it. It goes with your hoodie. It's the 1908.
Okay, so I've got mixed feelings with this. Aesthetically, that watch is gorgeous.
It has a commemorative. It has something about it. To release it with that dial in that material.
The dial's stunning. That kind of tapestry type dial.
I think that'll do a lot better. We'll see. Time will tell on that one, but I think that one has potential to be potentially sought after.
It'd be nice to see that dial on like a platinum day date.
I think on the whole, this is a good release. On the whole, I think that it's poor from a 20 grand or below mark, but I think above. If you look at last year, they did all the the OPs and they did all the lower value stuff with the new Air King, and this year was always going to be about higher value piece. So what does this mean, Bobby, then for the market? What do you think then is going to happen if you're sitting there and you're holding your Yacht-Master 2, your Daytona ceramic, Rose GMT? Are these going to be affected at all?
Yacht-Master 2 range, I can't see it going crazy.
It was never that most popular watch anyway.
In-demand watch.
Yeah.
If you've got one now, I don't think you can be expecting to sell it for double what you've paid, anything like that.
No.
But it will mean they might be a bit more desirable, especially a full yellow gold.
And what about Rose GMT? You're going to change? Panda's going to change? I mean, at the moment, I think the way the market is, it's not stable. It's actually increasing ever so slightly, which is great. I don't see these new releases driving the price of any of the steel sports up.
I think the market is going to continue the way it's going, and I think it's been going for the last 3 or 4 months, like you just said, steady increments. I don't think the new Daytona range is going to affect the current Daytona range. I don't see any big market.
That's the thing. It's not going to shake it up, is it?
No, I don't think so at all.
No.
I think we're going to see the status quo.
We'd love to hear the comments. We'd love to hear from you guys what you feel about today. By all means, tell us, let us know. If you've got one of those elusive watches coming to you, let us know, because we want to buy them. We also want to be able to sell them. We want to be the first in the UK to have them. But on the whole, we enjoyed today. You can stay tuned to see what happens with us next week as we all venture off to Watches and Wonders, and we'll bring you that video as soon as we get there. So we look forward to seeing you there.
That's probably the only chance I'm going to get of getting anywhere close to a yellow gold Le Mans.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case for most. We've heard already this morning that the Rolex stores have already started to receive some of these new releases. So I think, unlike last year, we will start to see these on the market a little bit sooner.
Listen, it's the biggest day of the year for us. It stimulates the market, whether that's up or down.
Yeah.
It gets people talking about watches again.
Yeah.
And it's exciting, isn't it?
If you're a watch lover, it's great to see them. I think that it does bring some excitement. It is great news on the whole. And we hope that you guys get to enjoy some of these watches when you get the chances to buy them. And if you want to flip them, you know where to come.